Hello everyone, how are you doing? I am doing well. This is just kind of a vlog to talk to you about stuff, but I do want to do this before I forget, because you guys know how I am. I am obviously sponsored by Origin. I'm very proud of that, and they have asked me to be part of their epic holiday giveaway. So every day they're announcing a different prize, and if you enter to win, you can win any of the prizes. So yesterday they announced an NES Classic mini console as the first prize, and I was given the very important responsibility of announcing the second prize, which is a gaming bundle including WatchDogs 2, Hitman, and Civilization 6. Then for the next 3 days, they're going to be announcing the next 3 prizes, and it's going to be Lyric, Towley, and Level Cap doing the announcements. So if you're interested, I will have a link in the info below with all of the stuff you need to know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I will do my best to answer. But yeah, I had to do that. I had to remember to do that. I remembered to do that. I feel good about myself. So I haven't vlogged. Well, I guess that's not true. I think I vlogged like a week ago, but I figured I would I feel like I'm saying the same phrases over and over again. I figured, I feel, blah, blah, blah. I need to work on that. That's one of the things I've been like actively trying to work on. Sometimes I watch my videos back and I notice that I have a lot of filler words, or that I'm not enunciating things properly, or that I'm talking 800 miles a minute, which is all pretty much just my personality, but I need you to know that I am working on it. Also, I don't know what's going on with the S's in my life these days. I don't know when it became a problem, but I have the whistliest, most sibilant S sounds of anybody I've ever met in my life. It's terrible. So I'm not sure if it's like my mouth, my microphone, my pronunciation, my life. I don't know. I can take responsibility if it's my fault, but I just don't know how to fix it. Anyways, now that we got all that out of the way, what's going else? What else is going on? I've got a couple pieces of mail to open, and then I also wanted to talk to you about what's been going on in World of Warcraft, because I feel like World of Warcraft has just been so much freaking fun lately, and I'm so excited for the new patch. So my guild, I am not... Give you a little context. Last expansion, I was one of the hardcore raiders in my guild. My guild was 13 out of 13. We were 11 out of 13, and then the big patch came, and then we downed the last 2 bosses shortly before the expansion came out. So it was definitely post-nerf, but we were 13 out of 13 mythic, which was still a really difficult feat, especially for, you know, some of us. But yeah, so that's the thing that happened last expansion. And this expansion, we had so many new recruits, so many people coming back, that we actually have 2 separate raid groups. So there is the hardcore raid group, and they still are pushing mythic super hard. They're running mythic pluses like 800 times a day. They have no friggin' lives. They're nerds. I love them, but they're nerds. And then we have the more kind of casual group, and we run like heroic content. We're just kind of starting mythics. We just chill, and we have fun, and we make jokes, and we don't stress, which is fantastic. I lead that raid. And it's funny because they don't have a resto shaman now in the main raid, and they're constantly like, oh, but Panzer, do you want to do this? And I'm like, no. It's weird because I love the idea of mythic raiding, but when you're actually doing it, it's so stressful. It's very much like a job. And I also feel like I have a very hard time not getting personally angry at people that are doing things wrong. It's not like I hate it because it's hard. I hate it because I think things are a different level of difficulty than the rest of the world. And that's just a problem in general. And I don't know what that says about my personality or me, but I just don't I just feel like everybody's brain should work like mine. And I know that's a horrible thing to say. I'm in therapy. I know. I'm dealing with it. But sometimes I just don't, people will say things and I'm like, I do not, like, I get angry. Like, how did you come to that conclusion? I don't understand at all. But anyways, I digress. So clearly I'm not the right type of personality to be doing that type of raiding. So I'm raiding in the more casual group, and we're having fun. We've cleared Heroic Emerald Nightmare. We just started progressing on Mythic Emerald Nightmare, but we're not like really trying, to be totally honest. We're just kind of casually like, oh, we've already cleared our regular content. And then we've also cleared normal Trials of Valor, and Heroic Trials of Valor is actually harder than most Mythic Emerald Nightmare, which is why we went back to Mythic. But I digress. My main group that I'm not a part of, like the main group in my raid, the main raid group in my guild, they just cleared 7 out of 7 Mythic yesterday. So congratulations, guys. That's so good. They cleared it before the tier. I mean, that's awesome. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of you, fam. I'm proud of you. So good job to them. But also in World of Warcraft, I have been doing so much lately. I've been like questing and getting artifact power and like trying to get my off-spec weapon caught up. And just in general, I feel like, I don't know what the plateau was, but for a little while I felt very plateaued with my progression. I think part of it was that I was a little bit far behind in artifact knowledge, and now that I'm up to like, I want to say I'm like 16 or 17, I feel like I'm actually getting like a relevant amount of artifact knowledge and artifact power for doing shit. Well, it'd be artifact power. My artifact knowledge World of Warcraft, man, you gotta work on your terms. Shit gets confusing. But yeah, so I feel like my gear is coming along really well. I feel like the group that I am raiding with gets along so well and we have so much fun. And then I started leveling it all, which I decided Nick and I are leveling our hunters together because I thought it would be fun to level together because then we would be doing the same like class quest line. We would be in the order hall together. I think it'd just be fun to level the same class together. So we're doing our hunters. And then in my own spare time, I'm leveling my paladin. And then I don't know, I've been like catching up on all these little things. Like I've been trying to do all the fishing dailies every day, and I've been trying to do all the pet battle dailies every day, and my pet collection is up to 819 unique, although there is one girl in my guild who has more than me, and I don't even understand because I thought I had a lot, and she has way more than me. She has like 836 or something. She's a crazy collection. So yeah, I don't know. I've just been having a lot of fun in WoW lately, and my sister plays. That was a noise that just made. Sorry about that. Knocked something over my desk. My sister plays WoW now a lot. Like when I said she played WoW like a year ago, it wasn't the way she plays now. Like she's on my raid team. She heals. She out heals me all the time. It's amazing. So I've just been having like the best time in WoW lately. That's all. Holidays are coming up. I've got a huge pile of Christmas presents right here that I have to wrap. I hate wrapping presents. I love unwrapping presents. I love watching people unwrap presents. I hate wrapping presents, but I also hate paying to have presents wrapped. So it's a real conundrum that I'm in because, you know, hate it, but kind of got to do it. And I don't want to be that guy that puts everything in gift bags. Especially when like somebody gives me a present in a gift bag, I'm like, oh, you didn't feel like wrapping that. Again, this is a flaw. This is a flaw in my brain, and I'm aware of that. But with all the holiday stuff coming up, it got me thinking, oh my God, I'm moving the stuff. I clearly can't be trusted to have anything near me because I'll just make tons of noise. But with the holidays coming up, it got me thinking a lot about St. Jude and where I'm at with the prizes. And terrible. I know, I'm terrible. I'm really sorry. Please don't hate me. I started to do the signatures, broke my drawing tablet. I was going to do it on my Note 7 because it has a pen. Couldn't because the phone was going to explode. So that sucks. And then I am caught up on the paintings. Currently, I have exactly enough so that every single person would get one, but I want to make sure that everybody has a couple choices. So I'd like to paint 3 more to add to that pile so that even the very last person has a choice between 4. They're not like, oh, these are the 2 crappy ones that are left over, because I feel that way about some of my paintings, and I don't want anybody to feel that way when they donated a huge amount of money. But I did buy all of the packaging materials, so I have all these boxes and tape and bubble wrap, and I have all of the paintings actually done. I just want to do 3 more so that people have options. I've got all of the paintings that are ready to go photographed, and they're ready to go. I figured that once I got the physical prizes done, it would feel less daunting to do the digital prizes because that feels like the easy part, even though it's kind of not. But yeah, so if you were a donor, don't think I forgot about you because I absolutely didn't. I also know I have a bunch of like milestone type rewards coming up, and I have to do a lot of them, but truthfully, next year I will probably do less. I'll probably stick to more. I don't know. I can't describe what I'm thinking, but this year I feel like every year so far I've been extremely overzealous. Every year I've been like, I'm giving away every freaking prize in the world. Next year I will probably do more prizes that are shipped directly from companies or things that don't require a huge amount of my time. And it's not because I don't think the time is worth it. I just don't necessarily have the time that I agreed to invest in this. Like I had said I was going to do a full playthrough of a scary game. I don't know why I would say something like that. Like, when am I ever going to have time to do a full playthrough like that for YouTube? And if I do a full playthrough and I upload it to YouTube, it's not going to do very well. I know that's like, it's not about views, and I don't mean it like that, but as a YouTuber, you're damaging your algorithm when you upload things that don't do well. So I don't know. I think at some point when I do that, I'll probably stream the whole thing. I'll probably find a game like maybe Five Nights at Freddy's or something that's only a couple hours long and stream the whole thing. I know that Nick and I filmed one of the things that we were supposed to do and it didn't happen. So I'm going to do my best, but I probably was overzealous with those types of rewards. Not all the prizes will get distributed. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like like I got the tattoo and there was like a Draw My Life video. That has been a very complex situation because those videos are very hard to film. So again, I was going to do it on my drawing tablet, which is kind of not how everybody does Draw My Life, but I thought it was like a creative solution to the issues I was having filming. Broke the drawing tablet, and to buy another crappy one doesn't seem worth it because it's really difficult to use and it's like a whole different skill set that I don't have. And to buy like a nice drawing tablet that's actually a screen is logistically difficult because it's very expensive and it's only something I'm going to use like one time. I mean, maybe I would use it in the future. I don't know, but I'm not willing to invest like $500 for a maybe. So I don't know what to do there. I haven't quite decided. I filmed the audio, like I recorded the audio because everything was written, and it's like weird because I like watching other people's drama lives. I do. I like watching them. I think it's super interesting to learn about people, but I also don't feel incredibly comfortable like talking about like the way I grew up and my childhood and my family, because I don't, like some people are really proud of where they came from, even if they came from nothing or if they came from a bad situation, because they're like, oh, look at me now, I did so great. But being a sort of like overly empathetic person, I realize that my situation is not normal and that I'm very, very, very extremely, oh my God, what the fuck lucky. I know that. And I don't want to make some video that's like, here's all these horrible things, but look at me now, because I don't think that's inspiring to someone who might be in that situation now, because the likelihood that they would end up being like a professional YouTuber who talks about World of Warcraft or whatever it's not, I don't even think it's realistic for me. Like I'm here and I still don't think that's realistic. And I still every day wait for YouTube to implode upon itself and take me with it. So it's like, I feel like I'm bragging about something that's not even real. Like it is, but it's like anything in the entertainment industry is that, you know, unless I turn this into some sort of business where I'm doing more than just YouTube videos, this isn't a practical thing to be doing for your whole life. Like I do pay into retirement. I pay for health insurance out of pocket. At this moment in time, Nick technically works for me. But we're also very aware that that's not a 20-year plan. That's not a career. It's, you know, ride it out as long as you can, feel lucky and feel blessed that you have the opportunity to do this, because a lot of people don't. But in the same sense, don't take it for granted like it's going to be forever, because it's not. Like someday I'm not going to look 14. Then what happens, you know? So, it's hard to do a draw my life because I feel uncomfortable talking about a lot of things, both good and bad. I feel like when I talk about good things, it's bragging. I feel like when I talk about bad things, it's whining. And most of my life is very polarizing like that. It's not, there's not a lot of gray. It's like, I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. And I know I said I would do it. I don't want to like, you know, recant on my promise or have lied to or misled you in any way. And I know a lot of people were really looking forward to a Draw My Life. And I know that like we were just talking about, oh, views. I know a video like that would get a ton of views because people are curious. People want to know what's going on. But I just have to figure out a way to approach it where I'm not breaching any personal boundaries. I feel like it would be easier for me to talk like this than it would for me to do little drawings. Like, I don't know. My mom did hard drugs. How do you do a little drawing about someone doing hard drugs? Like, that's just not fun or appropriate. And, you know, a lot of the issues from that time in my life are still ongoing. I still don't talk to my mother. And, you know, after my dad died, my stepmother is not a part of my life anymore, and it's not my choice. And, yeah, you know, my dad died and my grandma died and my grandpa died, and it's kind of just like me and my sister, and obviously we have husbands. And again, I feel like every time I start talking about things that happened in my life and like relevant events in my life, I feel like I have to stop and say like, wait, but I'm lucky here and there, because I'm the type of person that I'm naturally pessimistic. I'm like, my brain goes to the worst place always. So I try to always look on the bright side. Like, it's a choice I make. It's not like my people always say like, oh, you're so positive and you're so happy and you're so optimistic. And like, I take that as a very huge compliment, because that's not something that comes naturally to me. That's something I really try. And I think there's a difference. A lot of people be like, oh, so you're being fake. But like, no, I'm not. I'm just not choosing to, you know, wallow in my misery. I don't want to feel miserable. I want to put good into the world, not take it out, I guess. Like, I don't know. I just try to treat everything in life kind of like a campsite. Like, you shouldn't go to a campsite and leave it in worse condition than when you came. It should always be in the same or better condition as when you leave. And that's kind of how I try to approach everything in life. Like, you should, you know, in any situation, you shouldn't leave your mark in a negative way. So I try really hard. And I'm not saying that always works out for me, because I'm a human and I make a lot of mistakes and I say dumb shit. And, you know, I have a low tolerance for stupidity. So sometimes I do say things that are insensitive or that were not thought out the way they should be. I also have very severe ADHD, and impulsiveness is an ADHD tendency. So yeah, I've got a lot of things in my corner that make it difficult for me to be positive and bubbly and happy. So when people do say that, it makes me feel really good because it's something I really try at. Back to Draw My Life though. So I'm just in a real predicament about Draw My Life because I don't want to have lied or misled anyone or not keep a promise, but I also don't know how to talk about things, and I don't know how you could not go into like any detail. Like I understand you don't have to give like the grisly details, right? But like the moment that you say, like, people are so savage on the internet, and I don't mean that as like a compliment. Like I know sometimes savage is like, oh, savage, it's so great. But I mean like people on the internet sometimes, and this isn't everybody, and this is obviously even a minority of people, a small minority of people. But there are some people on the internet that just live to cling on something they can use against you. And, you know, every time you see a girl who's like cute and maybe she has some cleavage showing because that's just how she wants to dress, there's going to be comments that are like, this girl has daddy issues, like this blah, 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 like just really horrible stuff. And I don't know, I don't want to give people that kind of fuel. I don't want people to feel like, you know, if I say like I was in like an abusive household, I don't want people to be like, oh, that explains your pink hair because you were abused. You're mentally not okay because you have pink hair, and that means you're not okay because you have pink hair, and fuck you. Like that's just kind of how I feel about it. Is like I don't want to give people any sort of validation for what they say. And it's not like, oh, I care so much what they think. It's not really that, because I don't care, because they're going to think that anyways. And like you can't really change anyone's opinion of you in that way. I just don't want to add fuel to the fire, I guess. So I'm having a really hard time balancing like the truth and not throwing some weird pity party, or alternatively, when I talk about things that were big milestones in my life, like a lot of them are insane. They're not, and I know that I'm not like in some weird bubble where I don't recognize that the things that I've done in my life are amazing and cool, and just, I'm so fucking lucky. But like, that's where I always, oh, my therapist just texted me. Anyways, all I'm saying is I know I'm lucky, and I don't want to come across as being something that could make anyone feel bad. And I know that like sometimes when you talk about good things that happen to you, people feel bad. Or if you talk about bad things that happen to you, like I don't want that to like, I'm going to use the word trigger right now, and I need you guys to not be trolly about it, but I don't want to like trigger someone's emotions to feeling badly. Like I understand, like I know a lot of people kind of think that's very social justice warrior-y, but it's not. I'm really just kind of empathetic, and I don't want to talk about my experience with this going on with my parents or that going on with my family and have people be like, I feel that way too. It's like I want people to feel like there's other people in the world and feel relatable, but I also don't want to like upset people or brag or, you know, do a Draw My Life that has zero details whatsoever. Like, I had a mom and dad, now I'm here, the end. So I don't know. I've been grappling with that internally for a really long time. I know that's like really silly, but it's been 6 months? And I've filmed like 2 different, like I have one on my computer right now, but I've filmed 2 different like iterations of that video, and I just, like, I know it'll probably be a positive thing in the long run, but it's scary and it's uncomfortable, and I'm a very private person. I don't share a lot of like my my private life publicly. Like I don't, like you guys know my husband and you know my dogs, but it's not like, I don't know, you know the details of my in and out of everyday life. So I don't know, just something I've been struggling with. But the TLDR is I didn't forget about you at all. Any prizes are going out soon. I know I've said that a few times and you probably don't believe me, but swear to God, I'm completely caught up on paintings. I just want to do a couple more so that people have choices. Once the paintings go out, I will be contacting people about getting the digital prizes, and I'm going to decide what to do about those digital prizes to make sure that everybody feels like they got what they wanted. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anybody to feel like they got gypped or that it was cheap and shitty. I don't know. I can't describe what I'm trying to say. I want to do a good job. I want to make you proud, fam. So, yeah, let me go ahead and open what we got in our P.O. box today. See what's going on in here. After that nice long rambly rant. Oh, I hate when this happens. This does not say who it's... I think this is from... I don't know. This looks like an Amazon package. It says Tracy, but I kind of feel like it was from Amazon. Like, I feel like they ordered this on Amazon and then just had it shipped to me, but it didn't have a packing slip or anything, so I'm not entirely sure who sent it, but I love it. So as you guys probably noticed, I got my septum pierced, and they sent me a new piece of septum jewelry, which I can't use for a while, but I really like it. I really wanted one of the triangle ones, which I've seen other people wear, but my God, they're so hard to find. They're so hard to find. So I'm super excited because I really love this. It's like got like a drop triangle with like sort of beads on it. I don't think it's like picking up very well on camera, but it's really, really cute. It's really, really cute. I wonder how hard it is to click. I was wondering about that because it's weird, like, not to like touch my nose a lot, but like, it's very bizarre to me how fully healed it is already. Like, I'm not going to change the jewelry until they told me I could, which was, I think, 3 months, a very long time. But sorry about that noise. But like, I feel like I could. I feel like I could change it today. I'm not going to do that because that's not a smart idea. But I feel like I could if I wanted to. So how does this click? I see a hinge. I don't, what? No comprende. How does that, there's no instructions. Gee, okay, I don't know how to open it. Update. I didn't lose it, fam. It's still right here, but I don't have the slightest idea how to open this. Like, more information needed. More instructions needed. I like penis stuck in fan. I don't know, but it's awesome, and I will figure out how to open it, and I'll put it in my nose hole. Thank you so much to whoever sent that. All these are from Amazon, so I have no idea like who sent them. We'll see if there's actually packing slips. Amazon likes to not send packing slips, or maybe you have to request it. I'm not sure. Oh my God. Hold, please. My knife, I know people are going to ask where my knife is. I don't entirely know. One of them is buried, and the other one is kind of missing. So I assume Nick stole it, even though I think he's in denial. Oh, this is wrapped. Oh my God. Was I just talking about wrapping presents? This doesn't count. Amazon does not count. I would like the record to state. Also, stuff from you guys doesn't count. If it's in a gift bag, that's super thoughtful. I was talking about, like, your parents or something. Can I unwrap your present before this envelope? Okay. So this one must actually be from a person. This is from Erin. It's in a super cute bag because Amazon is adorable and their packaging is great. I feel like this rant I just had about gift wrap was like about a... Oh my God. Are you serious? Thank you. Oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. This is the Niffler from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I loved that movie. I loved the Niffler. He's got a little satchel. Oh my God, he's so cute. Thank you so much. I don't have this one either. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And you probably can't see it. And I will do a video on this in the very near future, but Nick started to build me shelves for my pops. So they're like looking real nice right now. They're like, I just got hair in my eye. They're like organized and like, well, some of them are organized. They're getting there. They're getting to the place where they're almost organized. So I'm super excited about it because I have a lot of pops and it's been a real challenge over the years to, you know, keep them organized and nice. And I've actually, once he gets all the shelves made that he's making me, I will have room for so many more. And I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Erin. I love this. This was so nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything that people send me, but when people send me things that I really wanted, it surprises me and I'm so impressed because I like to think that I'm a good gift giver. I try to put a lot of thought into any gift I give someone for a couple reasons. One, I think that if you give people gifts, it makes their day. So, and then two, if you give them something that they really wanted, I feel like, I don't know, man. It's just a really good feeling. I do it for selfish reasons. This also feels like it might be a pop. No, unwrap this. And this is from all these. Sheesh. Hi, Panzer. I hope Ghost finds you and your family well. My husband and I love your channel. Keep up the good work and have a Merry Christmas. Always, Christy and Jay. And then she also has her name. Oh my gosh. Her guild name is Death by Penguins, and their names in WoW are Katiana and Eradicator, I think. Eradicator. I tried. I just read it as Era Dictator, but that's probably not right. This is a pop, isn't it? Because you said ghost. I don't have Jon Snow's ghost. This is the most tightly wrapped present of all time. GG Amazon. Jesus. GG. See, it's funny. I think it's funny that you can tell where different shipments from Amazon came from because this one was tied differently and did not have packaging, and this one had packaging. Oh, Amazon. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, 2 pops that I don't have. I'm so excited. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gosh. 2 pops I don't have on the day that I started to put my pop shelf up. What a nice coincidence. I am very excited. Is anything else going on in my life? I feel like I was supposed to mention something else in this vlog, but I don't remember what. I've got a couple more things to film because I do this thing where I'm like, I should film every video of my whole life today. And I don't know why I do that. My doctor said it's an ADHD thing. People with ADHD have no sense of priorities. Everything is a fucking priority. Everything is the top most important priority. So I like to do this to myself. So I've been filming for like 2.5 hours already because I have no self-control. And yeah, so if you want to check out any of my videos, that'd be cool. I'm so bad at YouTube. Why does anybody watch me? But I recently did a video about a game called Valkyrie Connect. I keep wanting to say Chronicles, and I don't know why. Valkyrie Connect. That was a super fun video to make. So if you didn't see that, check it out because that company was really cool to work with, and I would love to work with them again in the future. So if you didn't see that, check it out. A lot of people who played the game left comments and gave me feedback on Twitter and stuff that they really had fun with it. So I'll have that linked in the info below. I've got a video for The Walking Dead coming up this week, which I'm super excited about. Anytime I get to talk about The Walking Dead is a good day. I've got a Loot Gaming filmed that I haven't edited yet. I filmed Loot Crate DX today. I filmed a video with Nico today, which was very fun. It was about the new laws passed in China about video game like disclosure of random drop rates. I can't describe it. It's like a 30-minute video. I filmed stuff. I did 39 things about 7.15. I also did a Faro lore video. I've been working like nonstop lately. It feels good. I like working. It makes me feel productive. And we were talking about earlier how I feel like I'm super lucky and there's not a real like reason that I ended up in the situation I did. It's because you could say like, oh, it's because you work so hard. There's a lot of people who work really hard that don't really ever break that line between hobby and job. But like I feel like I have to work hard because otherwise how could I ever justify having this? You know what I mean? Like how could I ever justify like being a full-time YouTuber or I don't know. Like I'm not even rich. That's what a lot of people think I'm like super wealthy and I'm definitely not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not struggling, I'm not complaining, but like I don't make that much money. But I also feel like the fact that I'm able to do this full time and that I feel like I have nice things and I live in a nice house. Although, again, my nice house cost $112,000. Like, don't get confused. It's not like some insanely expensive house. Like in the area that I live in, it's like the crappiest house around here. But yeah, I don't know. I feel so lucky to have all the things I have, and I feel like it's my sacred duty to ensure that I in some way work for them. So that's why I'm kind of a workaholic, because it makes me feel like the only way I can justify having the life I have is to at least say, well, I work really hard. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I've been rambling for a really long time, but all the things I said, that's all the things I have to say. I'm going to go. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching my video and listening to me ramble for this long. I love you all. You're in my hearts. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.